Individualism and being one of a kind in the consumer market for vehicles is often unheard of in the 21st century, as you'll come across numerous people who will say, every car looks the same these days. And while objectively you can disagree and find unique characteristics with your favorite crossover or sedan, the fact remains that there are few options out there where you can stand out and not go mainstream with your car choice. The Genesis GV80 could very well be that mid-size crossover we talk about years from now as being special, which is a tall order when you consider the competition, such as the BMW X5 and Mercedes-Benz GLE. Some refer to the GV80 as being the poor man's Bentley Bentayga, not only because of the outward appearance, but you're also greeted by an interior and driving environment not commonly seen in this price range. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy a 2021 Genesis GV80. Most Americans aren't lining up outside the doors of an Aston Martin, Lamborghini, or Rolls-Royce dealership to purchase a new crossover. But if you ask consumers what they're looking for, interior comfort, quality, and a sense of sophistication would probably be on their list of must-haves in a new vehicle. But as we all know, to get exactly what you want, you're likely spending well over $100,000. Genesis is providing a solution to buyers who want premium luxury at a relatively affordable price with a GV80. And believe it or not, you're looking at a starting cost of just below $50,000. The model we tested was an Advance Plus, coming in at $65,550, giving us the 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 and a plethora of goodies that kept us occupied during our time with the GV80. While most Genesis buyers will likely opt for the standard 3.5T all-wheel drive trim, you're still not necessarily breaking the bank or sacrificing features, as pricing falls right in line with the Volvo XC90. But it's not just what you're paying out the door that will raise eyebrows, and in fact, this crossover is one of the most well-rounded in its segment. You can't be considered a luxury brand without a striking road presence. And for a brand like Genesis, who is a new addition to this market, first impressions are everything, especially for a segment that can either make or break your reputation as being a reputable manufacturer. When staring at the GV80, there is certainly nothing mundane about this crossover, and despite being a Korean brand, the body lines, cosmetic design cues, and minor aesthetic features are more in line with what we expect from Germany or Britain, as the front fascia has a sizable grille, but the extended hood is almost Grand Tourer-like, which is something we don't really see anymore in the modern era. Genesis' signature quad LED headlights and the lack of plastic cladding gives the GV80 a clean and upscale exterior. And despite some claiming that Genesis is taking design elements from Mercedes-Benz, it's actually refreshing to have a vehicle that retains a level of uniqueness. Then as you make your way to the back, Genesis didn't forget to finish off the final third, as the lower roofline and somewhat athletic aesthetics gives the GV80 more of a streamlined look. Mirroring the front fascia, quad LED taillights adds a classy vibe, and the dual exhaust outlets are blended in seamlessly. More importantly for a non-mainstream brand, they didn't overstyle this crossover with unnecessary chrome or gloss black accents, and instead they took the simplistic approach that will likely pay off in the long run, especially with consumers being more enthusiastic with the new looks for the current lineup of Genesis models. Besides the additional comfort and tech features, one of the motivators to upgrading to a mid-size crossover is for its practicality and family-friendly interior space. While we do feel that trying to fit a third person in the second row might be a bit of a squeeze, you'll have enough leg, shoulder, and headroom where you won't feel claustrophobic. Enhancing the comfort is the ability to recline these seats to make longer drives bearable, and as we see with most competitors, you can slide the second row seats forwards and backwards to provide more space. By opting for the Advance Plus, standard will be a third row, but don't expect to fit anyone over the height of 5 feet back here, as legroom isn't the most abundant. Also with the third row, that will affect rear cargo space, which is why we recommend keeping them folded at all times, or just simply go with a 2-row model. You will see right around 34 cubic feet of rear cargo space, which is slightly better than the BMW X5 and Mercedes-Benz GLE. And when you factor in the quality of the interior, the GV80 is a great road trip vehicle. Where Genesis has shown that they're truly capable of being a serious player in the luxury crossover market is with their interior layouts and quality. And while we can't get caught up in exterior looks, an inspiring driving environment can make all the difference for some consumers. Our model had power-adjustable heated and ventilated leather seats, an 8-inch digital display, and a massive 14.5-inch touchscreen which pretty much dominates the dashboard. Catching our eyes was a small display for the climate control settings, as even in 2021, brands are still using physical dials. Creating the perception that you're in a larger vehicle is the wide center console, with quick access buttons and a touchpad to help navigate your way through different menus found on the head unit. Of course, you can't upgrade to the Prestige package, giving you a full digital gauge cluster, Nappa leather seats, and microfiber suede headliner, to not only modernize the interior, but to also elevate your driving experience to that of a premium luxury vehicle. For Genesis, the flagship SUV had to impress, and for a competitive market, the GV80 holds its own among rivals like the X5 and GLE, but more importantly stands out amongst non-German luxury manufacturers, and there's no question that when it comes to the cabin, you'll have a hard time trying to find better. When experiencing the GV80 for the first time, there's no denying that Genesis prioritized luxury for this crossover first, above anything else, which ultimately is why it stands out in the midsize SUV segment, as rival manufacturers attempt to sprinkle in performance and a stiffer suspension. The GV80, on the other hand, truly is your attainable premium SUV at a price point that's quite reasonable in 2021. But it's likely that depending on your driving style, you'll either be attracted to what Genesis is offering or repelled by the lack of rigidness and athletic driving dynamics. While you have different drive modes you can choose from, this crossover doesn't perk up even with the V6 under the hood in sport mode, unlike the GV70, which becomes agile and car-like once you access its more aggressive driving settings. It's for that reason the GV80 is unique in a sense, as you're receiving a premium luxury experience, but also a surprisingly high level of class and sophistication for a non-European vehicle. The interior quality and comfort, available features, and outward appearance resembles that of crossovers priced over $100,000. And if you're the type of buyer who is focused on fit and finish, rather than a vehicle that can take on sharp corners at higher speeds, there's simply no other alternative that we see out there in this segment that can provide this amount of luxury and package it in a way where you think you're driving a Bentley Bentayga. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the 2021 Genesis GV80. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in buying a GV80 or any other luxury crossover, make sure to check out our full reviews to help you find your next vehicle. And thanks for watching.